and I almost died at 15. Okay, this is a very deadly disease. It killed my mother. 18 came around, and right then was when the ACA was put in place, and I was able to stay on my grandfather's health insurance and my grandma's while she was still working. So I had coverage because of the ACA, and I was on chemo that was paid for by the ACA, and my medications, and my doctor appointments, and my hospital visits. Now, even with disability, I'm actually paying co-pays that I barely have money to afford. It's just $20, but sometimes I can't afford that. Through disability, I'm only allowed to have about $1,000 a month.
No, he's not a fan of the House bill, and he does not like the pre-existing conditions coverage.
I am a pre-existing condition.
Right. Well, just follow me along on this one. He doesn't like the pre-existing conditions component, and he doesn't like the Medicaid component.
Appreciate it.
Do you not take him at his word, or I mean, how do you read what
The
he's
fact of the
trying
matter
to do?
that he does not understand what HR 676 is, and that the people who work in his office have never heard of it, shows that he is uneducated with what is trying to be passed. That in and of itself is showing incompetence. I'm telling you that HR 676, Medicare for All, is the way to go. I will again finish my story of telling you that ShaeAnn McKinney died at 22, 17 months ago when she didn't have to. She was in between jobs and trying to come from one state to another. And she died from a blood clot because she was profiled in a for-profit hospital. So there's that. And then my mother, who was misdiagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic her whole life and died at 42 while on dialysis due to heart failure. My sister, she will be 20 this year and got radiation thanks to the ACA. She is on continued treatment thanks to the ACA. So for him to not understand that single payer, Medicare for All, HR 676 is the way to go. The fact that he doesn't even understand what this bill is or consists of or how much it costs, but he'll read TrumpCare and reject it, but he won't look at a possible option. That hurts me and that scares me.
So what are you looking for Senator Heller to do in the coming weeks?
I want to see him and the people in his office to get educated with HR 676 and any other bill that comes in. Don't just focus on one or two. Look at all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at and compare costs. It's a simple math thing. Single payer is proven and mathematically proven to be less than Medicare, ACA and AHCA.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and if for whatever reason, some way, somehow, the math will show that it is more, since when is it okay that we can socialize when it comes to police, we can socialize when it comes to public schooling, we can socialize when it comes to fire departments? I mean, go and look at Philly. They have plaques for how insurance works then.
Who cares if you're yapper?
Thank you, sir. I have freedom of speech just as you.
Everybody else
Sorry,
shut up.
excuse me.
If there are whether or not other people vote other than you, obviously.
Just
I hope you
shut
have a
your
good day,
mouth.
sir. I
No, I
really
hope
do.
you don't, because you know you just ruined things for people. So nobody
I'm
cares.
sorry. That's too bad.
No, don't be sorry. You're an asshole.
I'm alive thanks to the ACA. I hope you have a good
You're an
day.
asshole.
So anyways,
Cameras and the news people would like
and
to hear.
I don't understand how we could put as much money towards these things that we do need, but we won't do it with healthcare. It doesn't make sense. Socialization, and I do not look at Venezuela. That is not a good example of what socialization can be. And there could be aspects of socialization in certain places, one way or another. It's not. It's about using what you can work with in the places that it can work, and it works with police. It works with the fire department. And like I was saying with in Philly, they still have those plaques of insurance on the townhomes. Now, basically, what would happen back then is if one house would catch on fire and they don't have insurance, the two different fire departments, because their next door neighbor has one insurance and the other neighbor has another, they have to stand there and wait until the other catches on fire. So that's a way to reform.
So what if?
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Before we wrap it up, I didn't get your name at the beginning. Mind if I get it?
ShaeAnn Clements, ShaeAnn, capital A-N-N. Oh,
One
it's
word.
all one
Okay.
word,
Oh,
yeah.
one word. Change it. A-N-N. Okay.
Clements, Clements.
Thank you, ShaeAnn.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And and ShaeAnn, if that's correct.
ShaeAnn.
ShaeAnn, thank
Shaylin
you.
is the one that passed away.
Okay. Just finally, what if any, what changes to healthcare law can you accept, and what changes do you want Senators Heller and Cortez Masto to fight for?
I want them to support Medicare for All, HR 676. And if not that bill, look for another one. Don't just sit here and wait for something to come in. Look for it.
Yeah, and so you're not content with the way Senator Heller has approached healthcare thus far?
I mean, I'm happy that he is rejecting TrumpCare,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that, but that alone. This is a further situation that needs to be looked into.
And how,
Excuse me. You need to take this outside.
okay, we're about to. I'm wrapping up. Yeah. And finally, how has it consistently been this difficult to reach Senator Heller?
Oh yeah, I have not yet heard from him, and I know of about 100 constituents.
Is
that
this
have
the
not
first
heard
time
from
you've
him.
seen him in person
This
this
is the first time
year?
I've seen him in person, and it costs $45 to get into this event.
As opposed to the
As
free
opposed to
town
the
hall
town
he did in
hall,
Reno
exactly.
last month?
We're going outside.
Yeah.